You know, since talking about hamburgers in the last episode, for some strange reason, I just can't stop. Hey, and welcome to episode number 68 of the Langille Show. My name's Brian Langille, and that is one damn tasty burger. Anyway, so I'm going to try my best not to talk about hamburger this time, just simply because of the fact that, you know, too much of a good thing is not really that much of a good thing. How's that for deep? So I'm going to start this episode off with a little bit of reader feedback. I got an email that asked me whether or not the story that I told about going to Burger King with my dad was a true story. Answer? Yes. Then I was asked, if so, do you have any other stories? And the answer to that one is yes. And the third question was, do I plan on sharing any of these stories on the Langille Show? Now, I can do that, but I really like to try to keep the audience happy, so I'm going to make this a bit of an audience participation. Do you guys want to see more of my dad on the Langille Show? Do you want to hear more stories about me and growing up with my dad and the whole 9 yards? Well, family related for that matter. Leave a text message down below or send me an email at langille@langilleshow.com and let me know. And maybe, just maybe, depending on the popular vote, we may have more Langille stories in the future. Now, normally I'm not a person to come out here and talk about stuff going on in the news. I'm not one to talk about, you know, crazy news and all this kind of stuff. That's left to better people on the internet than me, and I don't really want to be accused of gimmick infringement, so I'm not going to steal anything. But I figured this story was one that I had to come out and talk about. Now, as of filming, nobody else has come out and talked about this, and I'm assuming by the time this hits the internet tonight, everybody will be talking about it. And no, it's not Clay Aiken, and no, it's not Lindsay Lohan. That's already been covered. What I'm talking about is a bit of a medical mishap that just begs to be talked about. The guy who I'm not naming in this story, because I feel he's been dicked around enough, thought long and hard about this and realized this was something that he really wanted to do. So he went to his doctor and he said, look, let's just cut to the chase here. I want to get circumcised. Can we make this happen? The doctor looked at his schedule and said, I can trim off a little bit here or there, get things straightened out, and sure, come on in, we'll get this taken care of. So, having faith in the medical profession, which of course I don't, this guy just went into the doctor's office and said, look, can you put me out and just get this done quick? And the doctor said, sure, no problem at all. So he put him under with an anesthetic, and everything went fine. The operation was over. The guy woke up, and the doctor said, so, how you feeling? And the guy said, good, I feel great. How did things go? He said, well, funny you ask, because we started off with a whole thing about getting circumcised, and we ended up amputating your penis. Now, I don't know about you, but if anyone told me that as I came out of surgery, I'd probably want to go back to sleep for a long, long, long time. But here's the reason. I bet you're all wondering, you know, how did this possibly happen? Believe it or not, it's not a medical mishap. When the doctor began to do the whole circumcising thing, he noticed, or he thought he noticed, that the person in question, the patient, had a cancerous growth on his foreskin. Okay, I can handle that. But instead of doing the logical bit of saying, okay, we should hold off on this and talk to the patient before we proceed, he figured, this is an emergency, I better take care of this, and he amputated the entire penis. Now, I realize that this episode is probably going to get flagged because I made a lot of penis references in this story, but it's a penis story. How do I talk about a penis without mentioning the word penis? So obviously this guy feels that he's been cut off at the pass and he's been ripped off and nothing is going his way, so he's decided to do the all-American thing and sue. And you know what? Normally I'm not big on suing people, but this one I believe, you know, the ball's in his court, he's doing the right thing. He has to sue on this because, come on, how do you possibly, how does your life actually continue in a positive manner after something like this. I mean, yeah, I'd be suing for quality of life for the rest of my life and my kids' life, assuming I already had kids, because if not, I think that ship has sailed. But the point is, yeah, I'd be suing over this one, and good for this guy, because, I mean, I really think that he should put the balls to the walls and take this as far as it can possibly go. Now, the doctor's explanation is the fact it was a medical emergency, it had to be done. I don't buy that. I totally support this guy suing. It'd be like me going to the dentist, going in to get my teeth cleaned, and for some reason they put me out for it. For argument's sake, we're going to go along with it. I wake up and I go, wow, my teeth feel so much better. And the doctor says, that's because they're numb. When the freezing wears off, you're going to realize you have no teeth. What? Yeah, so that's pretty much the deal. As it stands right now, I just read the story originally. Link's going to be on the side. You can make your own decision from here, but I really think that suing this guy is the first in a long run of things that should happen. I mean, I really think, and trust me, when I say I have no faith in the medical profession, I do have some, not a lot, but some. And I really believe in his heart of hearts this guy was trying to help this gentleman. I get that. But, you know, amputating the whole thing? No. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up because, like I said, I can only mention the word penis so many times before my videos get flagged, and I've done 68 now, and I don't really want to get flagged. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching episode number 68 of The Langille Show. My name's Brian Langille, and you can check me out at thelangilleshow.com and youtube.com. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Langille, and of course there's the Facebook group dedicated to The Langille Show on Facebook.com. I got a half-eaten cheeseburger here I want to finish, and really, this episode's been slightly uncomfortable, hasn't it? But it could be worse. Take care.